Okay, today we'll reflect on the Devahita Sutta, the discourse on Devahita as 7.13, translated in the Sutta Discovery 44.17, volume 44, chapter 17. This is a very short sutta about a time when the Buddha was sick, and one of his personal attendants takes care of him and gets some warm water and molasses from a Brahmin. And the Brahmin asks a question, and the Buddha replies, giving the teaching of our sutta today. The teaching is about who is the best recipient, who is the ideal recipient of our dana, of giving. The sutta starts on page 171. The discourse on Devahita as 7.13, originating in Savatthi. Now at that time the Blessed One was ill with winds, and the Venerable Upavana was the Blessed One's attendant. So here we see the Buddha under the weather. He has the wind, so you might say some kind of tightness in his body. He's probably quite old by now, maybe in the last 20 years perhaps. So this way there is a very important information here, showing us the Buddha as a normal human being who falls sick, who needs tending, who needs medicine. This shows that to be enlightened is a matter of the mind. The body still, in a sense, remains as it is. Of course, with meditation, the body more easily stays healthy. Or if there is any kind of sickness or pain, the meditative mind is able to understand this pain, able to withstand this pain, or even not feel the pain at all. So these are things we have to bear in mind, that the Buddha was a normal human being with a liberated mind. This idea is very important because it shows that any human being, you and I, can attain that level and become free from suffering without any need of religion, without any need of dogma. And this is the true way of awakening, not through some imaginative beliefs and ideas of a supreme being imagined by various people, and so on. And of course, in later Buddhism we find these basic teachings forgotten. People start becoming influenced by Brahmanical ideas and God ideas and start seeing the Buddha like a god, seeing him as a bigger than life figure, even an eternal figure. So the historical Buddha gets put away, and then new Buddhas and Bodhisattvas were introduced, were created. So and many other wrong ideas also were brought in, especially the false view that arahats need to become Buddhas. And this is one teaching we must be very careful never to adopt, much less to spread it. Verse 3, then the Blessed One addressed the Venerable Upavana, "Come now, Upavana, get me some hot water." Yes, Bhante, the Venerable Upavana replied in assent. Then he dressed himself, and taking robe and bowl, went to the house of the Brahmin Devahita. So this is where we get the name of the sutta. Devahita is the name of the Brahmin. Having reached it, he stood silently at one side. So here we see this monk Upavana is very well trained. He goes before the house, does a knock on the door, he waits there unobtrusively until he's noticed by the Brahmin. The Brahmin Devahita saw the Venerable Bhavana standing at one side. Seeing him, he addressed the Venerable Bhavana in verse. Tuni Bhuta Bhavang Titang Mundo Sangati Paruto King Patayana King Sang King Yachitung Agato Ti. The master stands silently, shaven-headed, garbed in an upper robe. What is your wish? What do you seek? What have you come here to beg for? So here we see a true monk is never obtrusive. Doesn't push his way around. He comes almost unnoticed, very peacefully, very calmly. And only when addressed, he replies. Arahang sukato doke vateya abadiko muni sache unhodakang ati muni no dei brahmana. The arahat, worthy, the welfarer in the world, the sage, is ill with winds. If there is hot water, please give it to the sage, Brahmin. Now notice here, the man only asks for water, nothing else. This seems to be allowable. Then he continues. Pujito pujaneya nan sakareya na sakato apachito apacheya nam tasai chami hatawe ti. To the worship of those worthy of worship, to the honored of those worthy of honor, to the respected of those worthy of respect, to him I wish to bring it. So here he holds the Buddha in high esteem. The monk Upavana says that the Buddha is someone respected by those who are themselves respected. He is honored by those who are themselves honorable, not like bad people, in other words. And he is respected by those who are worthy of respect. So it is for him that I am asking some warm water. Then the Brahmin Devahita, having ordered a man, meaning a servant here, to take the hot water on a bingo, to carry on his shoulder, gave the Venerable Upavana a pouch of molasses. So he also gives some extra, kind of like something for the Buddha's illness, something sweet, okay, molasses. Then the Venerable Upavana approached the Blessed One and having gone up to him, had him bathed in hot water. And having mixed the molasses with hot water, he gave it to the Master, to the Blessed One. Then the Blessed One's illness subsided. Of course, here we have a very interesting idea that molasses have a kind of medicinal value. At least it helped the Buddha to heal his winds. Then comes the teaching. Then the Brahmin Devahita approached the Blessed One, having gone up to him, exchanged greetings with him. When this courteous and friendly exchange was concluded, the Brahmin Devahita sat down at one side. Sitting thus at one side, the Brahmin Devahita then addressed the Blessed One in verse. Kata dacha deya dhammang kata dinang mahapala katang hi yajamanasa katamijjati dakinati. So this whole verse is a question. Where should one make a proper gift? Where does the given bring great fruit? For the alms giver, how does the giving win success? How indeed? Okay, this is the teaching. 2 verses. The Buddha replies, Upenevasang yo vedi sagga apayancha pasati ato jatikayam pato abinya vosuto muni. Who is a knower of past abodes, past lives, who sees heaven and hell, and has reached birth, destruction, in other words, not reborn again, as such accomplished indirect knowledge. This, of course, refers to the Arhat, and this verse is also found in the Dhammapada 423. The second verse, Eta Dajja Deha Dhammang Eta Dinang Mahapalang Evam hi yaja manasa Evam hi jati dakinati. It's here that a proper gift should be given. Here what is given has great fruit. This is the way for the alms giver. His giving wins success. This is how. When this was said, the Brahmin Devayita said this to the Blessed One. Excellent Master Gautama, excellent Master Gautama, just as one were to place upright what had been overturned, or were to reveal what was hidden, or were to show the way to one who was lost, or were to hold up a lamp in the dark so that those with eyes could see forms. Even so, in numerous ways, has the Dharma been made clear by Master Gautama. I go to the Blessed One for refuge, to the Dharma, and to the community of monks. May the Blessed One remember me as a lay follower who has gone for refuge from this day forth for life. So the teaching ends there. Of course, there are some problems with this teaching. The Buddha has passed away. So, who now is the best recipient of any kind of worthy, wholesome gift? Meaning, for example, food, shelter, clothing, medicine. Here, of course, the answer would be the Arhat. But then we have another problem. We do not know who the Arhats are. So this is where we try to give this kind of giving, the 4 supports, to those, to the renunciants who are good in their practice, who appear calm and peaceful, who are wise, who keeps to the Vinaya, and they're good examples to others, in open and in private. And even if we cannot find such field of merit, then we give to others who are morally virtuous, who practice the Dharma, can be lay people also. Or for that matter, we can make any kind of worthy, wholesome giving to those who need it, with a proper mind, with lots of loving kindness. And that kind of giving also generates great merit, especially when we reflect. By this giving, may it adorn my mind, may it strengthen me spiritually. So the purpose of giving, in other words, is to build ourselves up spiritually so that we are able to practice. It's like a reflection on charity here. So we reflect on this giving, then we're at peace with ourselves, we're able to meditate. So that's how we see the connection between giving and practice. And of course, when we give, we also think of the Buddha. If even though he has passed away, we are still here, able to study the teachings. The suttas are still with us. In that way, we are still moved by his teaching and by his example. So, reflecting in this way, it is still possible for us to attain stream winning and to awaken in this life itself. So with that, we end today's reflection. With this short reflection, may we attain good health and happiness in this life itself. May we reflect on the presence of the Dharma and our own ability to read the suttas, to practice the suttas, to teach the suttas. These are all very wonderful actions. By the good karma of such actions, may we aspire to attain spiritual liberation, especially stream winning in this life itself. In this moment of peace, let us send out our loving kindness to all those people who have taught us the Dharma. People have been kind to us in different ways. May they be blessed with strength and courage and wisdom to practice the true Dharma and turn away from false teachings. By all the good deeds we have done too, may our loved ones, our friends, people we know, be well and happy. May those whom the Dhamma have not touched to see the Dhamma for themselves, that they may awaken in this life itself. May all beings be well and happy. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.